What's going on? We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Wanted to leave you guys with one last video, boxing related. Let some news break towards the end of the night. Shout out to everybody holding us down, man. Respect to everybody that's on the video grind. Salute. And I'm gonna tell you why. If Regis Prograis wins the World Boxing Super Series tournament, and he possibly will be Terence Crawford's next marquee opponent. Now, some things have to happen. Obviously, he has to win the tournament. Obviously, I favor Josh Taylor, but it's not out the realm of possibility of Regis winning it. And also, Maurice Hooker, Alex Cesados, and Jose Ramirez, whoever ends up unifying those belts. So Cesados and Hooker fight next Friday in OKC, Oklahoma City. If you in the area, go check the fight out. Always dope going to fights. Nothing like the atmosphere. Beautiful women everywhere. Trust me, every fight I went to has a bunch of beautiful women. It's a chick magnet, all right? A lot of great music at fights. Check it out. Okay, So then the winner of Cesados and Hooker is expected to fight Jose Ramirez and unify the WBO and WBC 140-pound belts. And if, Regis wins the tournament and then he wants to fight Jose Ramirez or whoever got the two belts, he can do that. And I think he'd, go up to 147, have a tune-up, and possibly fight Crawford somewhere in 2020 or in 2019, depending if he wants to unify with, the guy who got the two other belts at 140. Depends on him. But obviously, a lot of people don't know Regis Prograis was a 152-pounder as Errol Spence was in the amateurs. So he's, actually big for 140 pounds. Funny that Jose Ramirez was a 132-pounder as an amateur. He moved up 8 pounds to be a 140-pounder. Mikey Garcia was a 132-pounder as an amateur. He moved down to 126. You know what I'm saying? So, different flavors, different sauces to dip in, all right? But I think this is going to be Terence Crawford's next marquee opponent, in my opinion. If he wins the tournament. If not, I don't know where they're going to go then. But I think a Regis Prograis and the Terence Crawford fight is going to be on the horizon. And they already started building it up. Regis Prograis talking tough shit to him. And possibly Ramirez can probably move up. But like I say, that's an 8-pound jump he already made from 32 to 40 as an amateur. I told you Mikey Garcia was at the same weight class. He moved down 6 pounds. So I don't know if they want to serve up Ramirez to Terence Crawford. But I know if Regis Prograis wins that tournament, that's a possibility. They building it up. Lou DiBella got somewhat of a partnership with a top-ranking ESPN. And I think, they'd rather they'd rather have Crawford handle Regis Prograis than Jose Ramirez. So I think it's a good fight. I think Regis Prograis was the naturally bigger fighter. Obviously people think Bud is going to watch Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis is a couple years younger than Bud. He getting better with time. I think he's an underrated fighter. If he win that tournament, he'll have a lot of confidence. If he become undisputed at 140, he's going to have a lot of confidence going into a Crawford fight. And he also said he won't smoke still with Spence. So don't sleep on Regis Prograis, man. That 7 pounds that's gonna help him. He ain't gonna be slower or weaker at 147. He gonna be strong. He gonna be full-fledged Regis Prograis at that weight. He gonna be strong, faster, quicker, punch harder, because he coming down. Technically, he was a 152-pounder as an amateur. And that's the type of fight Crawford need, man. They showcase, Regis Prograis a little bit on ESPN. They need that type of fight. Because he ain't, his promoter don't have any, he don't want to fight Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, or Keith Thurman. They waiting on Errol Spence to see how that happened. That may not play out between those three until 2020. So Crawford got to do something. Fighting Ingus, fighting Boost Putin. They ain't going to do nothing for his career. Pay-per-view, ESPN, whatever they trying to do. Regis Prograis may be the savior for Terence Crawford. And that's a fight that I like to see. I might even roll to that scrap, man. Especially it's in New Orleans, But, that's the next marquee fight. I'm telling y'all, Regis and Terence Crawford, that's what they aiming for. If Josh Taylor win, I don't know how that's going to play out. Because Cyclone Promotions, I don't know who they kick it with. Would they be willing to put, Taylor in there with Jose Ramirez, then Terence Crawford at 147? Only time will tell. But Regis Prograis is who they banking on winning, who they banking on serving Crawford to. I'm telling you, with Crawford next fight probably gonna be Ingus, then bouts Putin, then maybe Custio Clayton the mandatory in some way. That'll be all next year, 3 fights. Then 2020, they'll be looking for Regis Prograis. They'll be looking to fight whoever the PBC Don is. And then whatever after that. So you realistically about 3 fights away from a Regis Prograis fight. You're about 4 or 5 fights away from an actual PBC fight, and that's if they want to fight Terence Crawford. So by that time, Crawford realistically could be 33 years old by the time, he fights a PBC fighter. He said he don't smoke, he don't drink, he take care of his body. So that's just the fact of the reality is, man. But I think Regis Prograis got a shot. I think he do. I think he'll get better with time. He's still improving. He can punch. He gonna be strong. I'm telling you, he's gonna be the naturally bigger guy in there. That don't really mean too much, but he gonna be the naturally bigger guy. He used to coming down in weight from 52 to 47, and I think he's showing a lot of ability. He got really explosive hand speed. He got good boxing IQ. He can punch, and that's what they're gonna try to package that up and sell y'all to keep busy. Keep Crawford busy. But I tell people from the beginning, now that Bob Arum want to work with promoters, and then he didn't want to work with people before, and now his competitors are going to freeze him out. Now that he's going to boxing leagues, now it's going to hurt Terence Crawford stock now. He's going to fall down that pound for pound list, trust me. He going to fall down that pound for pound list. Let Canelo fight Charlo, Jacobs, Triple G again. They going to put Canelo at that spot, man. A lot of people is, man. No matter if he was cheating or not cheating. No matter if they think he better than Terence Crawford or not better than Terence Crawford. They ain't got shit to do with it. It's what have you done for me lately. And Custio Clayton, Ingus, and bouts Putin, they ain't going to do it. It ain't going to do it. It ain't going to help his stock. Regis Prograis can stop the bleeding, but by that time it's going to be a lot of blood. He going to get to sliding down that list. And Al Heyman is sticking it to Bob Arum on purpose, but it's really not even Al Heyman. I told you guys, certain people in that camp don't believe Errol Spence is ready for him right now. They won't let him marinate, let him get some more experience. Remember, Errol Spence is a late starter to the sport. 5 less years pro as Terence Crawford. So it's an experience gap there. It's an experience gap. So that's understandable. Bob Arum, if his fighter stand on the top of the desk and say, make the fucking fight happen, guess what? He gonna make the fucking fight happen. Al Heyman. He gonna make it happen. That ain't what they want to do right now. They got a business plan they want to follow, and they'll follow it, and it is what it is. So till then, we got to chew on this Regis Prograis and Terence Crawford joint. That's the fight y'all gonna get next. And then if somehow Josh Taylor come on top, then we got to push for that fight. But it's unfortunate that, we got to play both sides. It ain't no PNG. It ain't one big continent of all the nations. No, it's separate networks crossing the streets. In a minute, you're going to be taking the fucking Carnival cruise just to get over to the other networks, But I think it's a good fight. That's something for me to look forward to. It ain't, Earl and Terence, but Regis Prograis got a shot because he's going to have an abundance of experience from now until the end. He's a big guy. He squoze down 12 pounds to go to 140. So it ain't foreign. Timothy Bradley did it. He was 152 pounder as an amateur. So I look forward to it. I think he might be perhaps the most dynamic puncher. He might be the most dynamic puncher that Crawford has faced. He speed, velocity, power, quickness. He's just a natural athlete. Regis Prograis a dog. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about him, but I'm anticipating that if he does get to the tournament, he's going to go through some trials and tribulations. His stock is going to build. He might go for undisputed after the tournament. He's going to come with a lot of momentum to 140, 147. Similar to what Terence Crawford did. Becoming undisputed, he might be in that pound for pound rankings. They rank Crawford. They rank Usyk up there. So it's a big future in front of him or Josh Taylor. But I think he got the better opportunity to become undisputed because Lou DiBella has a partnership with top-ranked ESPN now. Well, at least Bob Arum. You know, so at the end of the day, we a long way away from that scenario. But, if that Regis Prograis joint don't jump, and Josh Taylor don't jump, or if Ira Barach or Relic Relic is a PBC fighter, if they don't get that winner, then they're going to have to serve Jose Ramirez up to him. That's just what the situation going to be. Because it ain't, I'm going to be very interested to see how Bob Arum finesse his way out of this situation. Because he don't have nobody for Crawford to fight. Crawford can't move down, and he move up, ain't nothing but PBC fighters over there too. So they got a lot of stock in Regis Prograis. A lot riding on them. There's more riding on them than what people think. Pretty much to stay relevant, for Crawford to stay relevant, it's basically on his hands. It's on his hands. For me, if I'm top ranked, I'm trying to reach out to Danny Garcia or something. But hey, it is what it is, man. Just want to spit on that, man. Hopefully you checked out my Teofimo Lopez, could he beat Jose Pedraza right now video. Watching the Cowboys getting stumped out by the Tennessee Titans. Love Kevin Banyard standing on the star. Salute to him. Real one. We on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can make a donation if you would like. That link's in the description. Also, the email is there as well. Also, we get our instrumentals from is there as well in the beginning of the video. Shout out to everybody holding us down, man. Much blessings, man. Hopefully you guys have a peaceful night. Sisters as well, too. Love my beautiful black queens. And all my brothers, stay up. We gone.